Hello, hello. It's been a long time since I've been live on YouTube. I did a 30-day business English idioms challenge where I went live every day for 30 days, um, going through business English idioms. But other than that, which was quite a long time ago, I haven't been here for a while, so this is new. Um, I'm waffling and I'm going to stop that and I'm going to drop into what I'm here for. I am here to talk about quite a powerful topic, which is lessons about living that I have experienced recently, having gone through quite a transformative experience, um, with there being a uh, a big event in the family. So, Trigger, hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, folks. I'm going to try not to be rude by not acknowledging people, but I am super grateful if you are here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Um, yeah, I'm gonna not stop each time, but I'm just so grateful whether you're watching live or watching on the replay. It's a pleasure to be here and to do this. So I was about to give a trigger warning. Trigger warning being something that you'll say, hey, this is quite a profound topic, not your average English related um, discussion, and it is about the death of my father and what I learned from that. So if you're feeling a bit vulnerable or you sensitive for many different reasons, or that's not something that is of interest to you, then um, that's absolutely fine. But I want you to know that those are some of the topics that is one of the topics that I will be touching on. So I'm here today to talk about what I learned from the last few weeks and how it has impacted my life and the work that I am moving more into doing. Um, and I will preface this as in mention first that over the 25 years that I've been teaching, facilitating, coaching, helping people express themselves in English better, I have always mentioned two really important things. And those are one, it is really important to have um, a daily practice. And I always said the phrase, every day is everything. And then two, I've always known that cultivating calm is really important, and that if you are able to have things in your life that allow you to recognize a state of peacefulness, inner peacefulness, that can help you when you go to do any kind of speaking, whether it's having a difficult conversation with your child or your spouse, or whether it's going to ask for a promotion, or whether it's standing on a stage in front of hundreds of people. If you are able to know what calmness feels like in your body and you're able to access that in your day to day life, then that's a really, really important piece of speaking in an empowered way, especially if you are someone like me who is more introverted and a little bit more soft spoken and gentle. Personal power is not about volume or personality or extroversion. Personal power is really about allowing yourself to be who you are. Like the easiest thing to be in your life is who you are. So, those two things, having a daily practice and allowing yourself to cultivate calm, have always been important. And yet, sounds ridiculous now, and yet, I didn't necessarily make it the most important thing in what I offered to people. It was just kind of, a casual thing that I would mention, like, oh, it's really important to have a daily practice and it's really important to cultivate calmness and get to know yourself and blah, blah, blah. Go off and do that and then come back to me for English instruction or communication coaching. And with everything that's happened in the past few weeks, I really feel like things have been turned on their head and there's just more clarity around what really is important. And I think lots of us are going through these life storms where things are very tempestuous and everything is kind of unstable. And so I don't feel like I'm the only one who has found like a deeper need for inner clarity. So, there are a couple of lessons that we'll go through, but those are the most important ones, that a daily practice is really important no matter what it is, like finding your own or working with someone, and then cultivating calmness within yourself and allowing that to be a foundation because life is quite hectic and stormy right now. Okay, so one of the lessons, the body is so important. And this is true for life, but especially for expressing yourself, speaking English. The body is really important. I think we put a lot of focus on the mind, um, and, thinking of thoughts, learning new words, um, studying things. Um, but wherever you go to express yourself, there you are. And so honoring your body is massively critical to being able to speak with personal power. What is your body telling you about? Is this the right time to speak up or is this the right time to be quiet? Um, how are you actually feeling as you go to express something? And what does that mean, right? Your body is always speaking to you, and it's not something that you can ignore and be able to express yourself fully. Another lesson that came to mind, the voice is the bridge between the body and the mind. So yes, you're going to learn all these English words and all this grammar and all these things that will help you, but your body is going to be there either holding you back or letting you move forward in an empowered way, and your voice is the bridge between the two. So there's always going to be a degree of nervousness and intense energy as you're speaking, because when you speak, you are standing alone. You are expressing yourself and allowing the energy to come towards you, and you are the center of attention, whether it's one person or 100. And so that's always going to be intense, and moving through that and allowing that to be creative energy and exciting energy and passionate energy comes from your voice and practicing. So allowing yourself to practice, to speak a lot. And might be thinking, okay, well, this is what all English professionals say is, speak a lot. And I would say, yes, I'm not saying anything different. I'm just coming at it from a different point of view, that using your voice is really important. Just the same way that doing yoga is really important, not just studying it, right? The actual practice, the actual doing is where the connections come. I'm seeing comments coming up, but I'm too much of a YouTube newbie. Not in YouTube in general. I'm a live streamer newbie to know where the comments are. They come and they go so quickly. So I will come back to the comments and I will respond after, but thank you for them. I massively appreciate it. Okay, another lesson. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 more. Alchemy. Alchemy is the process of taking something difficult and turning it into something brighter and better, transforming it. So when you have a daily practice, I've experienced this recently because just 3 weeks before my dad unexpectedly passed, I had really felt called to join something called the 5 a.m. Club with Annie Bennett, which I really recommend. And I'd felt called to join the club and to do a daily meditation, yoga, journaling practice at 5 a.m. UK time. And I had built just enough, inner stability to weather this unexpected storm that came. So when you have a daily practice, then you are able to alchemize, you are able to take difficult things and transform them. You are able to be more stable and be effectively a lighthouse so that you can positively help yourself and help others. I'm a mum, and you don't stop being a mum when you unexpectedly lose your dad. You don't stop being a mum because you're in grief. And there is hands down, as in completely, there is hands down no chance that I could have supported my son through the process of the last few weeks, my little boy, if I hadn't had that process of alchemy of meditating and journaling and doing that morning practice. If I hadn't had that, I couldn't have been a lighthouse for him. I couldn't have helped him. So I've always known this is true, but do as I say, not as I do. I've been guilty of that for sure. And so in August, taking on that practice, having just 3 weeks of enough time before my dad passed that I could see, oh, like this practice really saved me. That was important. And then moving forward, I know that I'm going to offer a daily practice routine to people. So that daily practice, the actually doing what it is that you want to do in the world is a process of alchemy. It's changing difficult things into positive things. Okay, there's a few others, but I will leave. Actually, I'm going to leave some of those. And two things that I will leave you with. One, our own voice offers safety and guidance. I noticed through this difficult time, I wanted something external to me to come in and someone or something to kind of take control and be the facilitator and guide me through it. And nothing and no one came. And that's difficult, but very powerful, right? Nothing and no one came to rescue me. And thank goodness, because I could see very, very clearly that in each moment I am there to provide my own safety and my own guidance. And when I allow my own voice to come through, whether it's from meditation or walking or journaling or speaking like this, and when I allow myself to be more powerfully heard, then that is its own form of safety and guidance, which I think, again, a lot of people are looking for at the moment in the world. That was one of the last things I wanted to mention. The last thing is, what story are you telling yourself? Because for a long time, I told myself the story that I couldn't handle a daily routine because I'm neurodivergent and I need novelty, and it gets boring and it's too restrictive, and I just couldn't do it. And I got lost in perfectionism. I would do something, I've been on this mindfulness journey for about 15 years, and it's been a roller coaster of up and down, up and down. And I would be perfect at something for a few days, and then I would miss a day and then think, oh, I can't do it. So that was the story I was carrying, is I can't do it. I can't hold a daily routine. I can't make the space for me. I don't have the time. I don't want to do it. I can't. That was the story. And my question would be to you is, what if you just showed up imperfectly? What if you spoke up at work in English anyway? What if you joined that speaking group that you've been wanting to and just gave it a go? What if you took on a daily practice and forgive yourself if you can't do it on a Saturday sometimes? What if you just showed up at 70%? What kind of change would that create for you? And what stories are you telling yourself about what you can do with your English and in your life? Yeah, I think that's complete. That's everything that I wanted to express. Um, I will end by saying that I am indeed making this a core part of the work that I offer, and my membership, Elevate, is going to have a daily practice offering at 6 p.m. every single day, UK time, and we will move through some practices that are perhaps a little bit unconventional in the usual communication world, but they each have a powerful process that will help you be able to speak English better. And when I say better, I mean from a place of more honesty, integrity, and personal power, and just you-ness. So we do 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of planning for the next day so that you create space in your life, 10 minutes of reading so that you have English input. That was another story I was holding for a long time, is that I can't focus and I can't read, which is ridiculous because I did an English literature degree, and I used to read sometimes a book a day. Yes, I am. Yeah, so ridiculous that I would allow myself to have that story when I know that's not the truth. I know I'm capable of reading a lot. Um, yeah, so 10 minutes of reading, your English input, and then 10 minutes of solo practice using powerful speaking structures, and then 10 minutes of public speaking um, with a variance of different levels of visibility so that you are doing your public speaking in a way that works for you, whether that's typing it, recording it, or going live in the Facebook group. Um, yes, I'm excited to offer that, to show up every day for that practice for others, and to bookend my day. So I will have like my morning practice, and then I will be holding space for the evening practice. When we talk about bookending something, we talk about having a beginning and end, a morning and an evening. So I'm going to be bookending. Just like on a bookshelf, you have like something that holds the end of the bookshelf and something that holds the other side and the books in between. So I'm going to be bookending my day with daily practices. So I'm excited about that, and I would invite you to join me if that works and you're interested, or tell me about what daily practices you already have that are working for you. Thank you for hanging on with me through this rough around the edges live. I look forward to seeing you again, and yeah, tell me what you've got going on. Thank you for listening. Take care.